Hello students of class 8. We will now go on to the next chapter in your book Honeydew, and the name of the chapter is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Well, Bipin Chaudhary is the name of a person, and there's a lapse in his memory. Lapse means there is a gap in his memory. There is a certain part of his life that he is not able to recollect, or he is not able to remember. So this chapter is all about a little lapse of memory in a man's mind. So the chapter is written by Satyajit Ray. You must have heard of this name. Let me tell you something about him. Satyajit Ray, from 2nd of May 1921 till 23rd April 1992. He was India's greatest filmmaker. About the author, Satyajit Ray was born on the 2nd of May 1921 and he died on 23rd April 1992. He was an Indian film director, writer and illustrator. He is widely considered India's greatest filmmaker. He was one of the leading figures of parallel cinema. Ray was born in Calcutta into a Bengali film family which was prominent in the field of arts and literature. He was very popular, came from a very good family, and they were all very much into art and literature. Ray directed 36 films. Ray's first film, Pather Panchali, that was in 1955, won 11 international prizes, including the inaugural Best Human Document Award at the 1956 Cannes Film Festival. You know, Cannes is in France. So that's a very, it's a matter of great honor that he won that award. The government of India honored him with the Bharat Ratna, its highest civilian award, in 1992. The first Indian, he was also the first Indian to receive an Academy Honorary Award in 1992. So he was the first Indian who got the Academy Awards, that is the Oscars, an honorary Oscar he received in 1992. So he was a great filmmaker, a very learned man. Now before we read, there are certain questions. Do you have a good memory? Has your memory ever played any tricks on you? Forgetfulness often puts you in a tight spot, but forgetting a part of your life completely may drive you crazy. In this story, Bipin Babu goes nearly crazy because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. He has never been to Ranchi, he insists, though there are many witnesses to the contrary. What is the suspense all about? Now see, he is trying to remember a part of his life, but he is not able to do that. How would you feel if you had this problem, that you would not remember where you were at a certain time of your life? Well, let us read from the story. But before that, there are certain important words that you need to learn. So let us learn to pronounce these words, and I have also given you the meanings here. The first phrase is idle chat. Repeat, idle chat. What is idle chat? It is unnecessary conversation. Means you're just sitting there and talking unnecessarily. Idle chat. The next word is meek. Repeat after me. Meek. Meek means someone who is very quiet and humble. That is meek. Next, utter disbelief. Utter disbelief means when you are completely taken by surprise. You are very much surprised and you don't believe that this is happening. Losing his mind. This is a phrase. What is it? Losing his mind means becoming mad. Next word is intimate. Repeat after me. Intimate. What is intimate? Intimate means something that is very personal or private. Very personal matter. It's an intimate matter. Next, bracing. Bracing is stimulating, something that stimulates you, that makes you ready for something. Next, going nuts. It's a slang going nuts. Going nuts means going mad or crazy. Then getting into people's hair. This is a phrase, getting into people's hair. It means interfering with and annoying people. Means when someone annoys you, he is getting in your hair. Then sleuthing. What is a sleuth? A sleuth is an investigator, and sleuthing is investigating something. So that is sleuthing, sleuth. Now let's go to the text. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bipin Chaudhuri would drop in at Kalicharan's in New Market to buy books. Now every Monday Bipin Chaudhuri is the man, and after work he would go to Kalicharan's. Kalicharan is a man's shop, and it was in New Market. New Market is a very popular and not a very expensive place. Everybody can buy everything there. It's a very busy market. So in Calcutta, so he would every Monday, it was his custom that every Monday he went to buy books to New Market. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. So every Monday he bought at least 5 books. That was his custom, and that would last him through the week, which means that in a week he used to read 5 books. And what were they? They were crime stories, they were ghost stories, they were thrillers. That's the kind of books that he read. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, had few friends, and didn't like spending time in idle chat. So he lived alone, he didn't like to mix with other people, and he had very few friends, and he didn't like spending time in idle chat. Idle chat means he didn't waste his time talking nonsense. Today at Kalicharan's, Bipin Babu had a feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. Now today when he went to buy those books that he always read, he had a strange feeling that someone is watching him. You have that kind of a feeling sometimes. You sense that someone is looking at you. And he had the same feeling. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. So when he turned around, he saw a man. He was a meek man, a very quiet, kind of a humble, very ordinary man, and he was looking at him. And as soon as he looked at him, he smiled. "I don't suppose you recognize me." "Have we met before?" I asked Bipin Babu. So the man said, "I don't suppose you know me." But he said, "Have we met before?" The man looked greatly surprised. "We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudro Falls." Now that man was very surprised. How come Bipin Babu doesn't remember him? He said, "Well, for a week I met you every day, and I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudro Falls." In 1958, in Ranchi, "My name is Parimal Ghosh." Ranchi? Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he, but this man who was making a mistake. He said it was not he that is making a mistake, it is this man who is making a mistake. Bipin Babu he realized that. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He said, "But I've never been to Ranchi." He had been at the point of going several times, but he never made it. But he almost went many times, but he somehow or the other, he couldn't go to Ranchi. So he said, he's thinking, "I've never been there." He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bipin Chaudhuri?" So he said, "Who doesn't know you are Bipin Chaudhuri?" That's a picture I found for you. That's a picture, the stranger at the bookstore. Bipin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still you're making a mistake. One often does. I've never been to Ranchi." He said, "Well, you're still making a mistake. I've never been there." Well, the man knew his name, of course. The man now laughed aloud. "What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhuri? You had a fall in Hudro and cut your right knee." He said, "What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhuri? You had cut your right knee. You fell there at Hudro Falls." Remember, he said earlier that he had arranged for a car for him to go to the waterfall. I brought you iodine. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netarhat the next day, but you couldn't because of the pain in the knee. You said, well, you had fallen and I brought you the iodine. That is the medicine to put on where you had cut your knee. And I said, the next day you wanted to go to Netarhat and then you could not go because your knee was painful. Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. So there was Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also there in Ranchi at the same time. You stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a bawarchi. Bawarchi is a cook. He said you said you don't want to stay in a hotel, so you stayed in a bungalow. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. Mr. Mukherjee's sister is there, he stayed there. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? The moon landing? Neil Armstrong, that's you said you had a big argument about it. I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trips. So that's another thing that he knew. He said you always carried a bag with books when you went on sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? Bipin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on the books. Now Bipin Babu started thinking, but he's just looking at the books. Which month in 58 are you talking about? The man said October. No, sir, said Bipin Babu. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. You're making a mistake. Good day. He said, well, I was in Kanpur at that time. I spent puja, means the puja holidays. I spent there. That's this. And he said, I was in Kanpur. You're making a mistake. Good day. And he didn't want to talk to him anymore. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. He went on talking. Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Now he's talking about this very personal, intimate knowledge also he has about his family. He said you had no children and your wife died 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. So he said, well, your brother also died insane. Insane means he was mad. So there's a very famous mental hospital in Ranchi. He said he died there, and that's why he said you didn't want to go there. Well, Bipin Babu had paid for the books. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. The man was so surprised. He could not believe that Bipin Babu did not remember him or remember anything of the trip. Bipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bertram Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga, will you, Sitaram? So he told the driver just to drive by near the Ganga. Driving up the Strand Road, Bipin Babu regretted having paid so much attention to the intruder. The intruder means someone who has come in, barged in without being invited, and he had unsettled him. He had never been to Ranchi, no question about that. It was inconceivable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. Inconceivable means it was unbelievable. He could not even begin to think that he would forget anything like this, that he would forget one trip, and that was only 6 or 7 years ago. He had an excellent memory, unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. Now he is feeling so uncomfortable, he is almost dizzy, thinking that he is losing his mind. Was he losing his mind? But how could he be? How could that be? He is thinking, am I losing my mind? He was working daily in his office. It was a big firm and he was doing a responsible job. He wasn't aware of anything ever going seriously wrong. So, but he had a very good position. If you remember that he has a car, he has a driver, and he buys books every Monday, and he's 5 books at a time, and then he's living very comfortably. and he says he's never made a mistake in his office. He's doing very well. Only today he spoke for half an hour at an important meeting. So, and that day only he had spoken in the office for half an hour at a very important meeting, and yet the man knew a great deal about him. The man knew a lot about him. How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. Now, he even knew his intimate details about his family, about the books that he carried with him. He had fallen and he had hurt his knee. The bag of books, wife's death, brother's insanity. The only mistake was about his having gone to Ranchi. Well, the man had made only one mistake, and that was that he went to Ranchi. Not a mistake, a deliberate lie. He's saying, well, it is not a mistake. He's lying. In 58, during the pujas, he was in Kanpur at his friend Haridas Bagchi's place. So he had visited his friend during the puja holidays. All Bipin Babu had to do was write to. He's thinking, well, I can just write to. No, there was no way of writing to Haridas. Bipin Babu suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago, and he didn't have his address. So he thought he would write to his friend Haridas in Kanpur, but then he remembered that he had gone with his wife to Japan, and he had gone some weeks before that, and he didn't know where he was living now in Japan, so he didn't have any. But where was the need for proof? He said, well, I don't need any proof that I went to Ranchi. He knows that he has not been to Ranchi. He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi, and that was that. The river breeze was bracing, and yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. So there was discomfort in his mind. Around Hastings, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers and take a look at his right knee. Remember, the man had said that he had fallen and he had cut his knee. There was the mark of an old inch-long cut. It was impossible to tell when the injury had occurred. Now, there was a cut on his knee, definitely, and he just couldn't remember how it had happened, how he had been injured. He couldn't remember that. So he's thinking, is it an old injury? You see in that picture, he's now really very much disturbed. He has a mark of a cut on his knee. Had he never had a fall as a boy and cut his knee? Maybe when he was young he had cut his knee. He tried to recall such an incident but couldn't. Then Bipin Babu suddenly thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. The man had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at the same time. The best thing surely would be to ask him. He said, well, I must ask Dinesh. He was there, the man had said. The best thing would be to ask him. He lived quite near in Beni Nandan Street, so he was not very far from his house. What about going right now? He thought, I must go now. But then, if he had really never been to Ranchi, what would Dinesh think if Bipin Babu asked for a confirmation? Now, when he's now thinking, what is Dinesh going to think about me? He would probably conclude Bipin Babu was going nuts. He thought maybe he is losing his mind. No, it would be ridiculous to ask him. And he knew how ruthless Dinesh's sarcasm could be. He knew how ruthless Dinesh could be. It would be really stupid to ask him. And he knew how Dinesh was ruthless. He was very unkind. He could be so cruel. And he could be very sarcastic. He would make fun of him. Sipping a cold drink in his air-conditioned living room, Bipin Babu felt at ease again. Now he came back home. He sat in his living room, that is his drawing room. He was sitting in his air-conditioned room. He was feeling a bit. Now he was relaxing a little bit. He felt a little bit at ease. Such a nuisance. Just because they had nothing else to do, they go about getting into other people's hair. He's saying what a nuisance these people are, and they're just disturbing. They're such unwelcome people. After dinner, snuggling in bed with one of the new thrillers, Bipin Babu forgot all about the man in Newmarket. So he forgot all about the man he had met there in Newmarket at the bookstore, because he was now snuggling in his bed. Snuggling means he made himself very comfortable in bed and relaxed in his bed, and he took out his new book that he was going to read. That was really bliss for him, and he forgot all about that man. Now we will continue about Bipin Babu's memory, lapse of memory. Let us find out why he had forgotten all that.